Hello, everyone. Welcome in. Welcome back. I hope you guys have been all right. I've been doing some personal readings, but I figured that I would do a reading for the collective's energy. So let's go ahead and do that. It's been a while. The energy has been collectively, we've been alchemizing a lot of fear, a lot of internal resistance, and I don't know, for me personally, it hasn't been very pleasant, right? The energy has been very forceful, like a tower, right? Forcing change. But it feels like there's been a shift. So let's see what's going on in the energy. We have cut ties, a permanent end. It says it's time to release the past to move forward. You may have to detach yourself from outdated mindsets, relationships, and experiences to make space for fresh opportunities. So this is what we've been doing collectively. We've been releasing the past so that we can move forward. I'm seeing like the devil energy. We've been releasing karmic attachments, things that we inherited from our parents or picked up from social conditioning, right? We've been shedding this energy, purging this energy so that we can move forward and make space for fresh opportunities. Spirit, help me with messages for the collective in love, please. Messages for growth and evolution. What does the collective need to know in this energy? We've got mental block, internal conflict, worry, stress, overstimulation, fear, overthinking. This can also be like internal resistance. We've got vulnerable, honest expression, so maybe there's some sort of mental block, internal conflict, or resistance to expressing yourself or sharing your true self with others. Turtle, inner guidance. Maybe your intuition is trying to help you, trying to guide you. This is your internal compass, right? Emotional intelligence, saying, hey, go this way. Hey, go this way. Tornado, storm warning. That's like the tower energy. Oh no, I fell on the floor. Strength, personal power. It says your ability to push through obstacles, resist temptation, and do what needs to be done is helping you reach your goals at an accelerated rate. Your ability to push through obstacles, resist temptation, and do what needs to be done. Resist temptation and do what needs to be done. Maybe the temptation to hide yourself. We've got freedom here without restriction. Express yourself. Maybe there's I'm getting the Chariot with this, like the courage, the willpower, the fortitude, the conviction, the fearlessness to push through whatever this internal conflict is. Your higher self is guiding you in this direction. What else can we know? Outdated, shedding the past. It says this situation has run its course. The universe is assisting you out of an old storyline and into a new role. So it's kind of like that cut ties energy that came out in the beginning of the reading. The universe, it's time, right? I'm seeing the timing card, divine timing. It's time to shed the past. Your higher self wants you in a new position, experiencing something new, a new era, right? Era? A new era. This is like evolution of your soul, right? Your higher self is ready for your physical self to ascend out of your comfort zone so that you can step into a new role. Let's see what this mental block is. Zombie, mindless reactive behavior. Maybe these are like subconscious energies or energies stored within your subconscious, causing you to worry. This could even be fear. I did say fear, right? Overthinking. These are the emotional tendencies that act for us, right? These energies act out on autopilot. These fears, this worry, this stress, maybe fear of expressing yourself honestly, or just fear of following your inner guidance, following your intuition. Your intuition might be telling you something or trying to lead you in a new direction, trying to lead you out of the past and into a new role. But these behaviors, these tendencies, maybe coping mechanisms or attachment styles, right? Whatever they are, I feel like they want to be alchemized so that you can evolve, grow, step into a new experience. Okay, tell me about internal conflict, worry, overstimulation, fear, overthinking, internal resistance. I saw boundaries, protect your interests. Maybe you feel like you have to protect yourself or protect your vulnerability, protect your feelings. Or you're worried about communicating some feelings. We've got alchemical magic. This is the Magician. So this card talks about alchemizing those internal energies, as within, so without. When we alchemize these energies, this internal conflict, whatever it is, worry, stress, fear, whatever it is, when we alchemize these energies, we make space for divine energies to flow and move through us. We make space for aspects of our higher selves to integrate, and that light, the light of our higher self, attracts our soul's desire. It attracts our destiny. So maybe there's some alchemy, internal alchemy, that needs to be done. Maybe this is what we've been doing. Maybe this is already done, right? There's that boundaries card again. Maybe alchemizing your boundaries, a need to protect yourself or feel like you need to protect yourself, protect your expression, protect your vulnerability. It's the portal. It's a window of opportunity. So if you haven't done this already, right? If you're still working through this internal conflict, this mental block, whatever it is, if you're still working through this energy, this fear, this worry, this stress, this anxiety, there's an opportunity to alchemize these energies and then step through a portal in new energy, with new energy. Move through a portal with new energy so that you can attract new energies, attract a new storyline, attract a new experience, step into a new role. We've got the sprout, material growth. I don't know if you guys can hear that in the background. That voice has been a pain in my ass a pain in my heart chakra. That shit has been triggering me for like the last week. It's been very loud and aggressive. Like it just wants it, it's over imposing, right? You can speak on the phone to your friends, right? You can do that in a way that's not like imposing your energy into someone else's field, right? Anyway, there's an opportunity for something new to grow here. Or this is what's on the other side of this portal. Growth. After an ending. And we've got the Queen of Fire, self-confidence. The Queen of Fire is like solar plexus energy. It's like confident self-expression, positive self-expression, having the confidence to lead the energetic direction of your life, the confidence to show up as yourself, as you are. Tell me about Turtle. Inner guidance. We've got surrender, trust the process, trust trust the guidance that you're receiving from yourself, your higher self, your intuition. I feel like your intuition is leading you or trying to lead you in a certain direction through this portal here. There's some resistance. There's some internal resistance, subconscious energies, right? That have in the past led the direction of our lives unconsciously, but there's an opportunity for you to consciously choose. Recognize this resistance for what it is. Recognize the fear for what it is. It's fear, subconscious fear. But move through these energies anyway. Do what needs to be done. It's going to help you reach your goal at an accelerated rate. I don't know what this goal is, but it's some sort of evolution for you. It's something new for you. It's a new era, a new role. Spirit wants you to trust the process. We got fear here. So this is like surrender, like sacrificing fear. Sacrificing fear so that you can move through this portal. Fear is called the dream killer in this deck. The dream killer. Fear will rob you of your dreams if you let it, right? Something that you desire, something that your heart wants, your soul desires, something that you feel very passionate about. If the passion isn't strong enough, if fear outweighs the passion, then fear will rob you of your dreams, right? So Spirit wants you to sacrifice this fear. Do it intentionally. Fear is just energy, right? And if it's no use to us, we can offer it as a sacrifice to the gods or to Spirit, right? It's like a karmic adjustment, like a karmic rebalancing. I offer this energy of fear to the universe, right? The universe is infinitely intelligent and knows how to alchemize the energy, repurpose the energy, and redirect the energy in a way that positively impacts either yourself or the collective. So you can surrender this fear and rise with all of your power, your personal power, right? But before you do sacrifice this energy, you want to make sure that you understand it. That's what alchemy is, right? It's a deep understanding of oneself. Why are you afraid? Where does this fear come from? Where does it come from? Does it belong to you? Is it outdated, right? No longer needed? It's not useful in this new era. This fear, it's of no use to you, right? So make sure that you understand where it comes from and then release it. That way, if it comes back, you'll recognize it. It might come back. It usually does come back, right? The fear. You'll recognize it for what it is. And that, like, awareness, that recognition, it automatically alchemizes it. Oh, this is just a fear of being rejected, but that doesn't necessarily mean I'm going to be rejected unless I let this fear dominate, right? So we've got the Phoenix, we've got loyalty, and we've got victory. The Phoenix is resurrection, right? I see this Phoenix like rising out of this scary forest, right? Rising with all of this personal power, all of this strength. And there's some sort of victory for being loyal to yourself or loyal to your personal power, loyal to your intuition. There's some sort of victory here, attainment of success. Okay, what else can we know? We've got Beyond the Veil in the reverse. Beyond the Veil is the High Priestess. The High Priestess is intuition, inner knowing. It's like having a solid connection to your higher self and your lower self, right? The High Priestess is the queen of the subconscious. She's been... She knows herself inside and out, right? She's the queen of her own underworld. So she's faced all of her fears, or she's very, very familiar with her fears. And she's able to navigate her fears. That's where her power comes from. In the reverse, it's like not listening to your intuition, not trusting your intuition, not trusting your personal power, not trusting your ability to make choices that positively impact your future. We've got karmic adjustment, the scales. Tell me more about the High Priestess in the reverse. Maybe you're having a hard time seeing beyond the mental block. You're having a hard time seeing beyond the internal conflict. Trust your intuition. Your intuition knows the way. Your intuition knows the way. If you feel afraid, then that's not the way. That's the wrong way. Fear is the wrong way. Your intuition, you'll feel it in your heart chakra. It'll light you up. I'm seeing like the Ace of Wands. So it's like some sort of spark, some sort of passion, your intuition. Follow that energy. We've got butterfly, transcendence, transcending fear, to step into this new role. I think that's the overall message of this reading, right? Transcending the fear, alchemizing the fear so that you can step through this portal. Trusting your intuition. There's going to be some sort of dramatic change. Okay, we've got we've got the Queen of Water. The Queen of Water is emotional intelligence, emotional understanding. She's also very intuitive, just like the High Priestess. She's very intuitive, she's very sensitive. She's also the queen, right? The queen of her emotional energies, and she's also explored the depths of her subconscious. That's how she's earned this throne, this position of power to lead or be queen, whether you're male or female, right? This is emotional understanding. Understanding yourself, understanding your emotional energies. That way your emotional energies don't rule you. This fear doesn't rule you, right? Because you understand it. Okay, what about outdated? We've got throne in the reverse. So maybe in the past, this is what we're shedding, right? In the past, you haven't been in this position of personal power. When you're not in a position of personal power, what that means is that your subconscious energies are in power, right? They have power over you and they lead your life. This is like letting our worry, our fear, our internal resistance win and just saying, okay, you know what? Maybe that is too good to be true, or maybe you're right, I'm not good enough for that, or maybe I will be rejected, so I won't pursue it, right? I won't even try. That's when that's when your throne is in the reverse, right? Your throne is upside down. We've got the lily, purity, purification. This card talks about purifying those lower vibrational emotional energies and emerging new, right? Fresh. Okay, let's do one more for outdated. Mask. Hidden identity. Development. Hidden identity. Either your personal power has been cloaked, it's been hidden, or there's some version of you, some aspect of yourself, some experience has been hidden because your throne's been in the reverse. To flip this throne in the upright, we take our power away from fear. We sacrifice it, we surrender it. We take our power away from the internal resistance and we follow our heart, right? We follow our inner guidance. I know it sounds cheesy, but your heart knows the way, right? Your heart is not fearful. Your heart is not afraid of being rejected. Maybe it is afraid of being rejected, but the pull or the push from your heart is so strong that you're willing to take that risk, right? You're willing to take the risk. We've got development, material investment. We've got the realm of dreams. This is a new timeline. This realm of dreams is like a blank canvas, a blank magical canvas, right? You can create whatever you want here in this reality. And we've got development, material investment. This is the Three of Pentacles, working with others to create something abundant. And then we've got wish granted. This is like wish fulfillment energy. There's an opportunity for someone to release fear, step through a portal, and create something new, something that's going to be emotionally fulfilling. This is the Nine of Cups in the traditional tarot. Emotional fulfillment, dream come true, something that feels good on a soul level because you followed your heart to get here, right? Alright, I'm going to leave it there, guys. Thank you all so much for being here, and I'll see you on the next one.